pages, but my follow up was Full of Souls, which was a clone story actually, and that was 60 pages.
Was it a sci-fi type thing? You said you threw the clone comment in at the end, so I'm thinking
Yeah.
plays. Maybe there's one. It's all set in the house in one room, and then you
hmm
throw in. It was a clone. It's a clone story.
Um,
Do you remember the first script you wrote? I'll say so. So when you went to school, did you go to school? You said you were an English major. Did you focus on writing for film?
so I, I took playwriting. I took playwriting, so that's where it really began. So I took a Shakespeare class where we, because I love Shakespeare, where we analyzed and broke down Shakespeare. It was great. And so from there, I didn't know where to go, and I was beginning to go into that writer mode, that writer aspect, and I remember there was I was with my advisor, and there was a playwriting class. I'm like, playwriting, I'm gonna try that. So the first thing that I would say I actually wrote was the playwriting class was so great. It was like we we were assigned to write a play, and it was supposed to be a one act play. You know, it was supposed to be something short, and oh, it was the best thing ever. And I was just like, okay. So I remember sitting at my computer, and I just went for it, and it ended up being um, like a 60 page, like 2 act play. And I remember it was called uh, Full of Soul, and it touched on like, no, 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 I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That was my second one. My first one was this thing called the Christian Family, and it was spelled. It was Christian without the H. I don't know why I did that even now, but I did. And it was just um, a look at a family dynamic and what that family believed in, and what one of the kids chose not to believe in. And I think that was like 30 pages. But my follow up was Full of Souls, which was a clone story actually. But and that was 60 pages. So yeah,
Was it a sci-fi type thing? You said you threw the clone comment in at the end, so I'm thinking
yeah.
plays, playwright. Maybe there's one. It's all set in the house in one room, and then you throw
hmm
in. It was a clone. It's a clone story.
It was it was it was two settings, and it was basically man, I actually still have it. I still have it.
That's
The
awesome.
um the clone didn't know he was a clone, and it kind of went into a kind of religious aspect of, am I real or am I not real? Do I have a soul or do I not have a soul? And there was a lot of discrimination towards the clone because other people knew that it wasn't
Hmm.
the real version, but he thought that he was a real version, and so it was like this pontification on like what is real. Um, yeah, so that was my second play. That was my second play, and so we all had to like do read throughs, and so everyone was bringing like these 4 or 5 page like read throughs, and so I came back my second time. It was 60 pages. They were like, uh, okay. And so we spent the whole class. We spent 2 classes actually
Oh,
reading
dedicated
through
to the.
this and just getting the feedback. It was phenomenal. Like it was, yeah, it was great.
You got to send that to me. I got to read that. It'll be
Yeah,
all private.